So there was this one day where I was casually doing kindergartner things, like playing, drawing, and talking. My teachers flicked on and off the lights, which meant that we all had to stop what we're doing and listen quietly. She said that it was lunchtime and that we had to all pick a spot to eat. We all rushed over to our cubbies to get our lunch bags and made a huge mess. I guess we didn't consider how we were supposed to go outside if we created a huge pile of our bags and clothing everywhere. When I grabbed my lunch bag, I sat down on a rectangular table that had 4 chairs. I was one of the first ones to sit down at my table, so I didn't know who would come and sit with me. 2 other kids came and sat down, but I didn't really play with them or anything, so I didn't talk. Until the kid on the right, Jim, said, "I have a plan," with a smile on his face. I replied back to him saying, "What plan?" He said, "It's a great plan. I'm going to go on the very top of the playground." I said, "Yeah, that's where we go every day at recess." I thought that for some reason he thought that we were not allowed to go up there. He said, "Well, do you want to come with me? It'll be fun." I thought that he was scared to go alone, so I said yes. I played on that playground every day, and I was ready to show off how brave I was by climbing to the top. He looked over to the other kid who was sitting there, and he said our plan. He didn't say anything, so it was just me and him. When recess finally started, we went outside to climb on top of the playground. I was ready to go until Jim stopped me and said, "What are you doing? People are going to see us." Now I was really confused. The only thing I could think of was that he was scared to fall and be embarrassed. So I didn't say anything. He told me that we weren't allowed on there today. I asked him why and then understood the reason. It had been snowing since the night before and the playground was too slippery. I told him that we would need to go another time, but he wasn't convinced. He told me that we would go secretly. I told him that we might fall and get hurt, but he said that we would be together. He finally convinced me, and we slowly went up the stairs because I was scared. I tried holding on to the railing, but everything was icy. At last, we made it to the top. We both felt very accomplished. Now, all we had to do was get down. Then Jim said that we would go all the way up there. Then I understood. He wanted to go all the way on top of the roof of the playground. And I was a little bit curious, so I said yes. When we finally made it up there, Jim froze. I asked him why, but he didn't say anything. When I looked in the direction he was looking at, I saw his mom looking right back at us. Her mom was angry, but she did not yell at him. She slowly came up to get him. At that point, I think Jim and I were pretty disappointed to see that a normal person could climb up to where we were. We thought it was Mount Everest. The weird thing is that they just left me up there. Jim could have at least told her that I was still up there. From all that adventure I had, I'd forgotten how high I was. And so when I looked down, I saw a bunch of kindergartners, but it felt like a bunch of alligators. After a few minutes, my teacher came and brought me inside of the classroom, even though it was still recess. I guess she thought that I had enough recess for a day. I wasn't complaining though, because I was about to give Jim a piece of my mind for leaving me up there, until I heard Jim tell his mom to crouch down and close her eyes. I stopped to see what was going on. Jim was swinging his lunch bag up and down, and then bam! He knocked his mom out. I also knew that that lunch bag had some glass containers in it, so that type of thing was expected. But for some reason, he was very confused. Like, what did you expect? Her to grow some wings and start flying? I don't know what happened after that, but I tried to stay away from Jim as much as possible. Well, guys, that's it for today. Like and subscribe, share it to your friends, and turn on those notification bell. See ya.